DOIJ podcast. Today, it is episode 12, and today we are almost done making a new podcast schedule. So we're almost done with that. We have a few other things planned. We'll have hopefully a few giveaways planned in the coming months. So do stay tuned for those. But most importantly, this is just to remind you, and it's always been this way. It has seriously always been this way. But just reminding everyone, reminding all of you, that, whatever you want to hear, we will do our best to allocate that and make sure that, that gets done. And, if you want to hear about your local news, wherever you're at, if we can find a good web page to do so, and if we can find, news from your area, we will do our absolute best to make sure that it gets in at least one of the podcasts each week. It won't be everything on the news side, of course, because we only have but so much time. And now keep in mind that when we do make the schedule, it's not exactly going to be followed to the letter. It's more of hopefully get done at that time, but we'll see. And I say that because we might do some on other days, but also mainly say that because of my work schedule, which is the reason that I haven't been that active in the podcast server. Why, if you watch my channel for DOIJ RP videos, that's why I haven't been able to do some recording or live streams and put that stuff together and put it in a video and upload it. I haven't been uploading videos as of late. I haven't been podcasting as much as of late because I'm super busy IRL, but because I work 5 nights a week, I work overnights, and then I've got a lot to do during the day, and I can get too much into that. But yeah, so if you're wondering why I'm not that active, if you're wondering why podcasts aren't that often or aren't that consistent, we're going to try to get back to consistency on the podcast. But right now, you can go ahead and vote on the podcast day, which you can vote on multiple days, and the top 2 or 3 are going to be the primary days for podcasting. Now, again, we might go live on other days, or if we miss one of the primary days, we'll go live on another day. So do keep that in mind, that just because we haven't gone live on that day doesn't mean we are not going to go live. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when you listen to a podcast. You expect podcasts on Monday at 12 p.m. I don't think that's going to be the schedule, unless it's one of those scheduled days. But just an example there. It might not happen at that time, depending on if I wake up a little later than that, and then I gotta go to work at 2 o'clock. I mean, there's a whole lot that'll go into it. It's not as cut and dry as wake up, podcast, and done. But they will happen. So if you want to vote on the podcast days, please go to the announcements in the podcast server. And you gotta scroll up a little bit. Posted Sunday at 1:13 p.m. EST. So just click the number. It looks like we have 16 votes for Saturday. And then Wednesday and Friday, sorry, at 7 each. And then Monday and Sunday at 5 each. So it looks like those will probably be the primary days, unless y'all want to vote up other days. Again, you can vote for more than one day. So I encourage you to go and vote. I highly recommend that you do. So I highly recommend that you do vote for that. Hot dog. So, something I would definitely recommend. And again, if you want us to tell us, just pop in there, tell us in general, hey, we'd like you to do this, or ideas for the server, or topics, or topic suggestions, anything like that. Just go ahead and just pop in there, tell us, what you want to hear, and I will be trying to do a podcast Sunday on the recent news events, recent things that's going on. Hopefully a little bit sooner if I can find some articles and do some reading on that today. So that today I am working on recording, and I'll be streaming it hopefully later today. So if you want to be notified when I go live, please go ahead and pop in over at in the podcast server. Go down to role selection and click the YouTube notified role, and I will be posting my stream, link it there. So yeah, do that, and don't forget to join DOIJ, the absolutely fantastic RP community. So, we have 5M as well. I highly recommend you join 5M. I am not in it yet, but hopefully within the next few months I should have a gaming PC. Actually, no, in a few months I will have a gaming PC. I hopefully will have somewhere to put it in a few weeks. That's or a few months. That's my plan. Which I think I'll probably video that as well. I'll be trying to build my own desk. But if you want to see that, go ahead and let me know in general. So, unfortunately, I don't have any topics covered right now. As like I said, I've been super busy, so I do apologize for the lack of topics and all that. But I'll be doing my absolute best, as it looks like I'm the only one active in this server. So I'm doing my absolute best, but right now I'm running the solo. I'm not really running it, so I'm co-running it solo, I guess. So for any lack of activity, for any lack of topics, that is completely on me, as I'm trying to find the time to research topics and all that, and get some sleep to be able to work and do what I gotta do at home, and get recording done. So, but don't worry, things will get back up to where they're supposed to be, where they need to be, and hopefully that'll happen soon. And once I have the PC, I will be hopefully throwing in some DOIJ videos. I'll have to see about getting the YouTuber role there. So, but I cannot guarantee I'll get the YouTuber role there, but we'll see. But for now, I gotta be active here and the podcast server. So again, I do apologize for any lack of uploads. There's a massive lag of streams. And hopefully, I'll try and get some more interviews set up. Hopefully, they won't fall through due to IRL. But hopefully, you all will understand that IRL does happen, and I am working, doing everything I can to ensure that we get where you need to be. So right now, that's where this podcast is going to end. So stay tuned, stay awesome. Don't forget to join DOIJ, fourth link in the description, and that'll send you to the interview server. You can join PS4, Xbox One, or PC GTA 5 roleplay. PC is also known as 5M PC. And then, we have Xbox One and PS4 Red Dead Redemption roleplay. Definitely recommend joining all those, especially 5M. So go ahead and do that. And if you want to join the podcast server, which again I highly recommend you do, as we will hopefully be doing some more giveaways hopefully soon. There'll be big giveaways. Hopefully there'll be some games maybe, and hopefully the near future, but we'll see. So yeah, let's do it. So podcast server, first link, definitely recommend joining. DOIJ interview server, fourth link, definitely recommend joining. And thank you all so much for listening in. This is where we have run out of time. I do apologize. So stay tuned, stay awesome, and we'll get to you later. Thank you all so much for listening in.